Hi, folks. Good morning. It is Casey. I think I showed up late. I'm sorry. I tried something new today. I tried to schedule the live event in advance.
It is Casey. I think I showed.
I tried to schedule it in advance. I don't know whether this is going to work or not. And you know what I've done? I've done it again. I need to make this public. I have a problem. Publish. Sorry. I would feel worse about this if I hadn't seen other really highfalutin YouTubers make mistakes and have things not go exactly right all the time. So anyway, I'm going to keep talking. And I'm just going to start talking, you guys, and see if anyone shows up. So my topic for today, I'm sorry, I have to keep clicking because I've got an issue here with my computer. There we are. The topic for today is patience. We all need to be a little patient. And patience is a virtue in many aspects of life. And it's very good when you're trying to reverse a lifetime of habits or weight or poor health or just things that have not gone your way. I'm really in the dark here for some reason. I don't know why that is. And I want to talk about patience when you're doing the ketogenic diet. For those of you who don't know, my name is Casey Durango. I talk about the ketogenic diet. I've lost a little over 95 pounds since January of 2014, and I like to talk to others about, losing weight and regaining health and getting control of your life. So the question comes up often, how long will it take? You know what? I still didn't publish this daggone thing. Hopefully we're good now. Okay, hopefully we're good. Please let me know if anybody out there can see this on YouTube because I'm not getting any kind of response back. And I apologize. I think I might have started late and I forgot to publish it. So sorry for the hiccups. Getting back to the topic, patience. How fast will the weight come off? It's interesting as humans, we can be in a condition, a state of being for a really long time, really years. And when the opportunity for change comes up, we want the change to happen right now. We live for a wait so long, but we want the change immediate. So we have to be patient. For me, the weight loss came off, but it came off really quickly in a week, like 8 pounds. Then it really slowed up. I'm a slow loser. I lost a substantial amount of weight over time. But it took every bit of 3 years. Over the last year, I've only lost about 14 pounds on average. If I look day to day, today against 1 year ago, today. So, that's just over a pound a month. And I'm happy with it because for a long time there, I was putting on a pound a month. For years, I was really big. I don't share my weight now. I don't share my starting weight. It's just, it's a little piece of me that I'm not quite ready to share yet. But I was really big for a really long time and I was getting steadily bigger and it was not good. So have patience. Don't be too frustrated. If you've heard stories, and actually one of my clients thought this was a great topic that could stand addressing. You see success stories of people, and they say, "Oh, the weight dropped off. I've lost 60 pounds in 7 months." that is fantastic for those folks. It doesn't happen that way for everyone. And that doesn't mean that the folks who are having tremendous success should not share that. They absolutely should, and revel in it. We all need to claim our successes. But that doesn't mean it's going to happen the same for everyone. Some folks, particularly men, can tend to lose faster, quicker, redundant, more quicker. They can lose more weight faster. That's what I'm trying to say, clumsily. Some women lose very quickly. Just hang in there and have some patience. It does work. And frankly, let's not measure everything by the scale. I mean, I know that weight loss is very important, but as Esley M1222 is writing, thank you very much for letting me know someone is out there hearing this. It can be more than the scale. Right, definitely sometimes we forget of the more important things. In my case, thanks to keto, I have not gotten sick in 3 years. No more flu or colds. You know what? And I can say pretty much the same thing. Lovely mate and I both got sick at the same time, probably 6 weeks ago or 2 months ago. There was some terrible virus going around, and we both got it. It lingered for a bit, but beyond that, I've not been sick, and I got sick twice a year easily. I had chronic bronchitis. Didn't have much resistance. So, yes, let's keep the important things in mind. Now, I'm going to ask, indulge me with a question, if I can ask a question. Those of you who are here, did you get a notification that this was going live? If you have notifications turned on for my channel. If you did you see that in advance, like Casey will be live in 14 minutes or something like that? I'm trying to figure out, people have said, I never get the notifications, and I'm trying to figure out a way to make this a little bit more user-friendly for those of you who are interested and care to show up. So if you can let me know how that came. But I want to carry on about this patience thing, because this comes up, you get more than 3 people in a room, and there can be clashes or disagreements or different ways of looking at things or different ways of expressing ourselves. Thank you, Donna. You got no notification. Do you have notifications turned on? Do you have the little bell on my channel next to the word subscribe? Do you have that? Did you click on that and then ask for push notifications? I'm really trying to figure out this notification thing. Some of us have been successful with keto, are in the middle of being successful. And I think it's very normal, and I see it a lot, where people, when they are successful, they really want to share it. They want to share it with people. They feel so good. Their health is improved. Their brain is coming back. They're losing weight. They have more energy. They're not craving foods. They want to share it. They want the people they love, the people they work with, their sphere of influence to know about it. And so they spread the word. And some people don't want to hear about it, and you get the eye roll. And sometimes we can tend to maybe push a little bit too hard on that message about what we're trying to communicate. And it can be frustrating when we feel like, man, we've dialed into the answer. We've got the key. We have found the golden ticket. I want to share this with the people I love. But they won't listen to me. They won't just do what I'm saying to do. Please do what I say to do. And it can be frustrating for the person trying to deliver the message and for the person who's not really going to hear the message. We have to be patient in the way we deal with each other, not just about the ketogenic diet, about life. We had a little discussion on the Keto After 40 and Beyond Facebook page. It's not my page, and I can't spend as much time there as I'd like because my other platforms are taking up quite a deal of space. But there was someone who, there have been a couple of people who have expressed themselves in, well, you just need to do this. Just do this. It's simple. And if you don't want to do it, then don't complain. And I know that's an easy way to try to get to someone, to try to just say, this is the pragmatic way. Here's how you do it. Just do it. You know, that's not necessarily supportive. That can come off as judgment, whether that's what you intend or not. So I think we need to learn to communicate with each other on many levels, not just on the ketogenic diet. Keep in mind, if you want to help someone, rather than telling them what to do, ask them what they are doing. Particularly if they say, well, it's just not working for me. This is not working for me. Don't say, well, then you're not doing it right. Or, well, just keep your carbs below 20. I mean, I say that 50 times every video, keep your carbs below 20. But that's as advice. That's not as to make you feel bad if you're struggling with it. So when I have people asking me, my coaching clients, people randomly asking me, this is not working, I'm stalled, I've been on this for 6 weeks, I haven't lost a bit. You ask a question. Are you in ketosis? Are you measuring? Not, well, make sure you measure. And if you're not in ketosis, then do this, this, this. You have to approach the topic with sensitivity. We're all defensive. We're human. Some of us, when we become defensive, we fall into a shell. Some of us, when we become defensive, we lash out. So try not to make someone defensive if you're actually trying to communicate a message. Be patient. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with those around you. And ultimately realize that you can communicate a message in the most perfect way. And it might be received, but it won't be followed through. We all are different. We all learn in a different way. And we have to meet people where we find them. Can't cram this down their throats. No pun intended. I'm going to turn my attention to some comments. Hi all, did not get a notification this morning. Miss Tara Michelle, I just pushed the bell notification now, so I didn't have it pushed. Okay, Donna King, I think I discovered my problem. I do have the bell, but there's also a setting options. All or some, I'll definitely fix on my side. Okay, that's great information. Thank you so much, Donna. So if you want notifications, go to the little bell icon next to the word subscribe, and then go to the options and ask for push notifications. Yeah, and there might be a glitch. I had thought that scheduling this in advance, because usually I just launch it. I'd hoped that saying this will start, it was like 45 minutes in advance, was going to get people a notification they could be waiting. Anyway, so be it. Okay, Quicksland, hi, new here. I'm Joe. First week on keto, how's it going? Can you share your experience, whether you're feeling, if you're finding any success, or have you suffered from the keto flu, which tends to be like a headache, kind of a draggy feeling, maybe not feeling so great, which often is corrected by increasing your sodium intake. So share with us how it's going. And Donna King writes, paradigm shift takes time. It does. And this is a grassroots thing. I've repeated myself, I don't know how many times, and I'm happy to keep repeating it. I don't remember how many times I had to hear something before it sunk into my head. So I will keep repeating it until I get enough messages that say, enough already. We got it. Only eat when you're hungry. But I think it's a message that bears repeating. I have to repeat it to myself. Another topic. We are going into a holiday weekend, Easter weekend. This is a time of year with both Easter, Passover, different religious and cultural holidays that are often revolve around food. And with Easter, for some reason, it's taken on a chocolate quality. Not sure what the resurrection ever had to do with chocolate, but that's where we are. And a lot of folks have asked openly and with private messages what we're going to do. How are we going to deal with Easter? Same way we've dealt with it every other year since we've been doing this as a team, my husband and I. We're going to eat the way we eat. We're going to eat fatty sources of protein, side vegetables if we feel like it. We're not going to eat if we're not hungry. Now, granted, we don't have any more young children in our house. You know, we're the proud parents of 3 grown children who are married and off the payroll and taking care of themselves. We hear from a couple of them every now and again, which is nice. If I had it to do over again, chocolate would not have been a part of Easter for that. If I had to do it, I don't have any regrets in my life. I have things I would have done differently had I known. But I don't regret things because whatever decisions I've made, my husband and I have made together, got us to where we are today, and we're in a pretty good place. But I would have had our family keto. Couldn't control what our kids would have done outside the house. But we would have done it. It's a very healthful way for even children to eat. It's a false comparison to say that what's good for adults is not good for children in this regard. Babies are born in a ketogenic state. Breast milk is ketogenic. Do you think nature knew what she was doing? So anyway, we'll do the same thing. If you have kids in your family and chocolates around, it can be a challenge. Maybe you'll find this Easter, if you've been ketogenic long enough, that you're passing up the chocolate. You're not sneaking some. You are not tempted. Congratulations. If you don't think you're quite there yet, I'm going to challenge you to get through this weekend without. If you are craving, try to overcome that craving. Think how fantastic and how empowered you're going to feel if you accomplish that. If you get through the first holiday weekend in decades without waking up with a chocolate hangover the next day, think how empowered you will feel. Do it. If you have to set a timer, which I've done, I might eat XYZ in 15 minutes, but I'm not going to eat it now. And then set the timer again, and then do it again. And if you have to do something, go up and walk around the block. Start reading a book. Take up knitting. Do something. But try to get through this weekend and then look back and say, wow, I did do it. Sometimes we tell ourselves, this is going to be really hard. I don't think I can do this. Well, we know what we're doing if we say that, right? We're defining our failure. We're absolutely talking it into existence. Don't talk things into existence. If it's not there, don't say, I can't do this. This is going to be hard. Well, it might be hard. Leave off the first part of that. Leave off the, I can't do this. You empower yourself for a day or 2 or 3 or 10 or 12 or 30. You empower yourself more and more and more and more and more. Feelings follow behavior. Do the behavior. Your brain might catch up. You can do this, okay? I'm going to look to some comments. Michelle, hi, I'm new from Puerto Rico, enjoying your motivation. Buenos dias, Michelle. Fantastico. I am trying to convince my lovely mate, my Colombian husband, to join me in at least a podcast or something. He doesn't want to be on camera. To do a bilingual version of these talks. Speaking to people in Spanish. Americans or English-speaking folks have not cornered the market on type 2 diabetes and obesity and depression and brain fog and inflammation. I think that would be really cool, but I'm working on it. Oh, Catherine, is so happy I caught alive. The hard part of me is resisting the after holiday candy chocolate sale. I stay out of the store or don't walk through the section. You know what? We never go through the center part of the store anymore. Of course, they're tricky. They put it on the end caps and at the checkout counter. Well, we don't have anything we buy in the middle of the store. If it's not a meat or an egg or a cheese or heavy cream or a non-starchy vegetable, we don't own it. Catherine, can I ask you, I've been asking this before, did you receive a notification about this live broadcast? Or did you just happen upon it? Thank you. Okay, Donna writes, Meemaw, stay excited. I wonder if, did I miss a comment somewhere maybe? Quicksand writes, started the year vegan for 2 months, then juice fasted, lost total of 15 pounds this month. Think all those little animals I didn't eat in life, January and February, I ate them this week. Yeah, that's great. You know, we juiced. We did everything. We got our highfalutin, really great, masticating juicer. And it was really fun and exciting and beautiful. It was hard for me to maintain. I was just too hungry. Brain hungry. Okay, so Catherine, you just happened to pull up YouTube a minute ago. Okay, so it looks like nobody's getting the notifications. I'm sorry about that. I'm going to have to do more research. Michelle Sanchez, Nueva Chica de Puerto Rico, writes, I have lost 23 pounds from 167 to 143. My only problem is aches in my legs and arms. I've started magnesium citrate and Centrum Silver, having problems sleeping due to the pains. Yes, the nighttime leg cramps, muscle cramps, are very common. You're wise to do the magnesium. Try upping your sodium to about 5 grams a day if you are not hypertensive. You can still increase your sodium if you're hypertensive. You just want to make sure it's controlled. And you'll have to research how to get 5 grams. A lot of us don't even know how much it is. I didn't know. But what happens, Michelle, is that with the ketogenic diet, your kidneys just continue to flush a lot of water. With water goes sodium. With sodium goes other minerals. And it's the magnesium mostly that is regulating those muscle cramps. So try added sodium in addition to the magnesium. Okay, Quicksland writes, I froze this time, 2 weeks, couldn't do it. I was amazed at how the salt actually took away my joint pains. And Dr. Finney has said that some folks who suffer from constipation also find that the sodium helps clear that up. So here's another reinforcing thing, that this diet, the ketogenic diet, it's simple, it's food, and it's straightforward. Doesn't mean it's easy. Doesn't mean it's easy, okay? Difference between simple. So going back to the original topic of being patient with ourselves and patient with others. Just telling someone, just do it. This is easy. If you're not doing it, you just don't want it badly enough. What an unfair statement. That is exactly echoing the move more, eat less mantra that we've heard for 60 years. That if you aren't succeeding at this, it's on you. Now, that doesn't mean that one should tank themselves on a regular basis. You know, you do have to realize that if you know what you're supposed to do and you choose not to do it, that's totally fine. It doesn't matter. I mean, whatever works for you or whatever your level of comfort is. But ignoring the advice and saying, well, this just doesn't work is unfair. Just don't call it a ketogenic diet. Call it something else. Say, I'm just cutting back on something, or I'm just, But the ketogenic diet is when you get into a state of ketosis. That's what it means. Being in a state of ketosis means that your body has flipped from burning glucose for fuel to burning ketones for fuel. And it does that because when your liver stops pumping out glucose. So after a bit, it takes a couple of days maybe, your body says, whoops, where's my glucose I've been burning all these years? I better start looking for something else. It starts burning ketones. That's what the ketogenic diet is. So whatever level of carbohydrate intake keeps you in that state of ketosis is what works. Keep in mind, being in a state of ketosis, a true state of ketosis when you're burning body fat for fuel, does not mean that you get a reading from urine or blood that's a positive reading because you've been pounding back medium chain triglycerides, MCT oil, or coconut oil in your coffee. If it works for you, great. But if you're finding, I'm not losing weight, I'm in ketosis per these blood strips, urine strips, what gives, and I'm not losing inches, keep in mind that pounding back extra fat is not the key for most people. If it works for you, great. But for many of us, I would, just, easier to take the strip and dip it in the MCT oil, cut out the middleman. If all you want is a positive reading on a urine or a blood strip, load up on dietary fat. But if you want to burn body fat, get some of the other health benefits, don't do that. Now, there are therapeutic doses of exogenous ketones or ketone esters, but that's not necessarily for body fat weight loss. That's for therapeutic. There's research in cancer and other autoimmune diseases. So don't confuse the two. A lot of people overlap those two things. Clara writes, you succeeded in 3 years. I'm also patient. I've been so big for almost 30 years. I can wait 3. Absolutely. Someone kind of snarkily a little while ago, most people are quite nice, asked me how long it took. And I said, well, that took a long time. Wow. I don't think I could wait that long. So my thought was, well, what else are you doing with the next 3 years? If someone had told me 3 years ago that I would have lost half as much as I've lost, I've said this before, I would have written them a big fat check. I'm thrilled. Stick with it. And I feel so much better. Claire's already lost 11 pounds in 5 weeks. That's the perfect rate. 2.5 pounds a week. Perfect. Farmer writes, I was a hardcore sugar addict. Shopping for my family is the hardest part. So many temptations. Yes. If you can just get past those cravings for the sugar, keep in mind that we're all sugar addicts to a level because all the carbs that come in are sugar as far as our liver is concerned. A whole grain bagel and a Snickers bar, eventually, it's just carbs. But yeah, some people have a little bit more trouble kicking it, keeping in mind that sugar stimulates the same areas of the brain as cocaine and heroin do. It's tough. Okay, Esley, I'm not sure if I know this, but I believe the reason we have not gotten sick is due to our glucose ketone index. My index number is 1, which means I am highly adapted to fat burning. I don't know what that is, Esley. I've never heard of a glucose ketone index. Not familiar with it. All I know is that my readings are by blood are generally averaging about 2.6 and my glucose is about 66, 70. So I'm not sure what that is, but I would be interested to hear about that. Depend on glucose for energy. Viruses need glucose. Yeah, a lot of things there's a lot of information saying that cancer cells, this is actually not a new information. This is the Warburg effect, I believe it's called, that cancer cells require, and that's from back in the 20s, require glucose to multiply. Hadn't heard about viruses. Could be, don't know. There's research ongoing. I wish I had known this 3 cancer diagnoses ago. I've been diagnosed and treated for cancer 3 times since I'm 30 years old. So I would have really liked that information. Okay, we are running at about 30 minutes. I don't want to stay too long, overstay my welcome. I'm seeing some new names here, which is great. I really love that. I love that the word is being spread. I do want to thank folks that have become patrons on my Patreon site. I'm getting ready today to make a patron-only video and probably do some writing for folks that are it's just a wonderful community. And also thank folks that partook of the super chat on the last one. I meant to write down their names so I could give them a shout out on this because it really helps a lot. Those of you who have your own channels know it takes a lot of time to make videos and edit them and do writing, so I really appreciate it. And I love the research topic. So Esley 1222, I'm going to, oh, Thomas Seyfried, okay. I might be hearing him speak soon. That'd be cool. I will check it out. Interesting, I had not read that. Julotica writes, I'm 66, hypothyroid, hypertensive, on meds, and this week is week 7. I've lost 15 pounds so far and feel great. That's wonderful. Now, I will let you know that as far as Dr. Westman has said, there is no thyroid, gallbladder, or other issue that people ask about a lot that is contraindicated for this. Hypothyroid, hyperthyroid, it's not contraindicated. Hypertension, just watch your levels and everything. A lot of people say, I don't have a gallbladder. Can I do this? Yes, you can do this. Okay, Clara, thank you very much. She writes, wished you all and Casey a great Easter on keto. Farmer Mima, does the weight loss slow down? I've lost 5.4 pounds in 4 days, but I have a lot to lose. Yeah, it does. And there's no doubt that the initial weight loss can be water. But like I said, I lost 8 pounds the first week. I'm actually 113 pounds off my heaviest weight ever. I'm 95.4 pounds off of my day I started keto. I lost 8. And I'm 5 feet 1 inches tall. So you can imagine how much excess weight that was. So 8.1 the first week, slowed down, I think, to 1.1 the next week, to the point where the first year, I think it was 47 pounds, which comes out to less than a pound a week. Okay? I was thrilled with it. Happy, happy, happy. Yeah, there are people on the Keto After 40 page. If you're not already part of it, you might really be interested to go over there. It's a Facebook group. I'm the admin, but it's not my page. There are people chiming in their 60s, 70s, 80s, and I've personally heard from Walter's mom, who's in her 90s and has just started doing this. And her pacemaker no longer sends out alarms. Can you imagine? From food. Vertun 2002. Did you do any intermittent fasting while you were losing with keto? I actually experimented with fasting, not intermittent fasting, it was flat out fasting. I think the longest I went was 48 hours, just as an experiment. I just wanted to see. I've heard Dr. Fung lecture in person, met him briefly, and I know that his book is very popular. I have ended up effectively intermittent fasting, but I don't think I would do it arbitrarily. Here's what I've said many times. I don't see the point of arbitrarily not eating if I'm truly hungry and my body needs the energy, any more than arbitrarily eating just because it's breakfast time or lunchtime or dinner time or because my FitnessPal app tells me to. So to me, the simplicity of this is to not overthink it. I did a video yesterday about macros. I never paid attention to macros. I think for me, that's overthinking it. The beauty of this is the simplicity. Keep your carbs below 20 grams per day. Eat only fatty sources of protein. And I've stopped saying eat only from the allowed food list because I get literally about 50 requests for that food list a day. You can find it many places. You can find it at the Keto After 40 and Beyond Facebook page in the file section. It's actually my PDF that I used, that I scraped from the original video and reformatted. My patrons, when they go to patreon.com, if they pledge, I'll mail you or email you my personal one and write you a thank you note. But there's many places to find it. But generally, it's keep your carbs below 20 a day, eat fatty sources of protein, eat only when hungry. That encompasses, that will, if you do it diligently, will take care of the macros, take care of the intermittent fasting, take care of, am I going to burn body fat or dietary fat? Because MCT oil and coconut oil are not on the approved food list. Coconut oil is for sauteing and frying, but not for drinking. Dr. Westman is not a big fan of bulletproof coffee. But if it works for you, do it. Do it. I get pushback from people saying, I've lost 60 pounds doing it every day. Hallelujah. I'm so happy for you. It wouldn't work for me. I have some more body fat I want to lose. And I eat so few calories now that if I took bulletproof coffee, it would just take too much up, and I would rather eat my calories than drink them. That's just me. I don't care what anybody else does. Even my lovely people on my Patreon page, people who subscribe to my blog, people who follow my Facebook page, people who take the time out to write me personal emails. I am so appreciative. But can I tell you, it is up to you what you eat. It is up to me what I eat or don't eat. It was up to my husband to make this change or not. It's up to my kids what they do. Up to my very close friends to do what they do. I don't care. And really, nobody should care what I do. Unless you want to say, what did you do? Maybe it will work for you. Do what works for you. Listen to your body. Keep it simple. That's what I do. I keep it simple. I need more space in my brain to figure out technology so I can figure out how to get you guys notifications about videos if you want them. I don't need to be sitting down with pencil and paper and listening to an app telling me how much to eat. You've heard me say it before. MyFitnessPal tells me every day that I'm soon to die because it thinks I don't eat enough calories. Don't get in calories to make an application happy. Don't eat if you're not hungry. Hey, Sarah. You're welcome. Thank you for showing up. Sarah, did you get a notification about this video, about this live event? I'm really disappointed people are not getting them. Donna writes, progress photos and goal clothing is better than the scale. You know what? I got another Stitch Fix shipment a couple of days ago. So I'm going to show you the clothes. I dove into it and without remembering I wanted to do an unboxing, but I'm going to show you the clothes. They're pretty sassy. And I think I'm going to do a fashion show for my patrons. That will be behind the paywall because I am not really comfortable doing the full body thing. Not because my body's a problem. It's a lot for me just to let my image be shown. Okay, as Esley writes, at the moment I eat 1 meal a day and it is high fat. Same here. If you go to Instagram and see the food, pictures of food I eat, it's usually 1 meal a day. I might have a small snack. Snack will be an ounce of cheese or a fatty something or other. But I'm down to about a meal a day as a rule. Haven't eaten yet today. It's 11 a.m. Eastern. My husband is actually flying, and so he won't be back until later this afternoon. I don't know that I'll eat. And I'm perfectly happy with it. I actually like the emptiness. Okay. ZF I don't want to mispronounce that. 05, I'm hyperthyroid with Hashimoto's thyroiditis disease, suffering for 20 years, 18 days down, 8.7 pounds, and feeling better every day. Thank you for the information and motivation. Thank you for sharing that. I think it's wonderful when people share afflictions or conditions that have bothered them for 20 years. And then they realize it's starting to clear up or be alleviated or, less cumbersome from food. Don't you know the pharmaceutical industries are not happy about all of this? Okay, you guys, I really am going to wind down. You can do this Easter weekend. If you're already over the cravings, plant your flag in the ground. Amaze the people around you who are peeling off, foil-covered eggs or eating the ears up of a chocolate bunny. And they're saying, how are you resisting all this? Because I am. Because I just don't crave it. I just don't crave sugar anymore. Dr. Westman says, you don't crave something you don't eat. Give it enough time, you don't. If you are thinking this might be a temptation for you, don't tell yourself that it's going to be hard. Tell yourself that you're going to do it. Flip the script. Tell yourself that you can get through this and it will be the first holiday you've gotten through and you will feel so better come Monday. And then stay out of the store for the sales. Shop on the perimeter of the stores. You can do this, guys. You can do this. If I did this, you can do this. I ate a lot of food. I liked food. I was compelled to eat. I was really heavy for 28 years. Can I tell you that as of today, I weigh 62 pounds less than the day I got pregnant with our third child when I was 30. Okay? That's how long I've been heavy. Okay? Really big and fat. If I can do this, you can do this. Okay. Miss Tara Michelle writes, it's true, those cravings for me have gone away. That's fantastic. Hi from South Carolina. You need to drive up for one of the monthly support group meetings with Dr. Westman if you can swing it. First Tuesday of every month, you have to RSVP, but I can take care of that for you. Okay, guys, wish everyone well. Be patient with yourself. If you're trying to help others around you, be patient with them. Remember, don't tell them what they must do. Show them what you're doing. If they ask questions, share it with them. Don't tell anybody that it's easy. Tell them it's simple. Don't tell them it's easy. Might be easy for you. May not be easy for others, okay? So thanks a lot. Enjoy the weekend. It is beautiful here. I'm hoping to get some yard work done and burn some yard debris and watch the flowers grow. Thanks a lot. I will be doing a Facebook Live tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time on Facebook. That goes from Go Keto with Casey Facebook page. And then I'll be back here Monday morning, YouTube Live, 9 Eastern Daylight again. I'm going to keep trying on these notifications and see if I can get more people involved. I love to see when people show up. Thanks a lot. Ciao.